Good morning. We thank God for a brand new day. It's Tuesday, the 19th of December, 2023. My name is Nanama Aqua, and here is what we have coming up in the headlines. EC ditches use of indelible ink due to advent of biometric system, saying system will help check double voting.
When we were not doing biometric, we were basically using your face, your card, and to look at you. We look at your face and we say, this picture looks like you. The biometric technology makes it difficult for a person who has been verified and cast their vote to come a second time. So there is no need for indelible ink.
And still on assembly elections, all set for elections in all electoral areas except those in Nkranza North and South District. Please stay tuned for this and much more. You're welcome to the GHToday news. Once again, my name is Nanama Aqua, and here is our first story. The Electoral Commission has defended its decision to do away with the use of indelible ink to identify persons who have gone through the process already. Now, according to the Commission, the introduction of the biometric system, it has become easier to ensure people do not vote twice, as the system does not allow for double voting. Now, the opposition NDC last week raised concerns about what they describe as strange decisions of the EC not to use indelible ink during the district level elections today, Tuesday. Now, the party avers that the decision is a recipe for chaos on election day, but responding to the concerns of the opposition party, chairperson of the elections management body said there is no cause for alarm.
No ballot appears or goes to any electoral area without a stamp. With a stamp. The stamping of ballots is done at the polling station. So I don't know where you are getting your information from, but the ballots are not stamped before they are sent to the polling stations. They are done at the polling station and done on election day. So you can be sure that the ballots would have a stamp. There are stamps provided for it, and each ballot will be stamped before it becomes a legitimate. Without the stamp, it will not be legitimate. But it's important to note that we do not send ballots to the districts with stamps. Those are done at the polling stations. Voting will take place in all polling stations in all electoral areas across the country, with the exception of Nkranza North and Nkranza South districts. This is because both districts had their elections in 2021 instead of 2019. Hence, the term of office of the Assembly and the Unit Committee of those two districts will expire in 2025. Voting, as you all know, will commence at 7 a.m. and end at 5 p.m. in all polling stations across the country. All eligible voters are therefore expected and urged to go to their respective polling stations to cast their votes. Registered voters whose voter identity cards are missing can still go to their respective polling stations to cast their votes, since their particulars are already in the final register, and also their particulars have been incorporated and uploaded in the biometric verification devices.
Meanwhile, the Electoral Commission says it is ready to conduct the elections in all earmarked electoral areas today, Tuesday, 19 December 2023, except for the Nkranza North and South districts where the elections were held in 2021. According to the elections management body, all materials for the exercise have been distributed to every region and adequate security has been made for the exercise to be carried out.
No ballot appears or goes to any electoral area without a stamp. With a stamp. The stamping of ballots is done at the polling station. So I don't know where you are getting your information from, but the ballots are not stamped before they are sent to the polling stations. They are done at the polling station and done on election day. So you can be sure that the ballots would have a stamp. There are stamps provided for it, and each ballot will be stamped before it becomes a legal, legitimate. Without the stamp, it will not be legitimate. But it's important to note that we do not send ballots to the districts with stamps. Those are done at the polling station.
Now, preparations have been finalized in the Ashanti region for today's District Assembly and Unit Committee level elections, which will take place in 47 constituencies in the region. Now, the Electoral Commission has distributed the necessary electoral materials to the district offices across the region, covering 1,807 electoral areas. Now, the Ashanti Regional Director for the Electoral Commission, Benjamin Bano-Bio, in an interview with GH1 News, revealed that the Commission's preparedness ahead of the elections, as well as the Commission, has provided all logistics required for successful elections. Now, the Minister for Local Government, Decentralisation and Rural Development, Daniel Kwaku-Botry, has called on Ghanaians to turn out in their numbers to take part in the district-level elections scheduled for today. According to the Minister, the Ministry has forecast a turnout of at least 50%. There's more in this coming story. Over 66,000 candidates are gearing up for the Assembly and Unit Committee positions in the district-level elections, scheduled for Tuesday, December 19, 2023. Out of the number, 18,755 are eyeing Assembly member positions and 47,502 contesting the Unit Committee member roles. This fierce competition spans 6,215 electoral areas across 216 metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies. Expressing his concern at the climax of the Odra Festival in Edukrum, Ekuapim, Local Government Minister Dan Botry bemoaned the decline in voter turnout since the inception of district-level elections in 1988. He projected achieving a minimum 50% voter turnout in this year's elections.
Presidential parliamentary elections will report a turnout of over 70%. But when it comes to district level elections, apart from 1988, where we had 56%, and 1998 we had 42%. All other elections we have recorded below 40%. In fact, the last one we had 33%.
GH1 TV gauged voter concerns in railways and at Achim electoral areas of the New Jabin South municipality in the eastern region. Residents expressed concern about the absence of public toilet facilities and the lack of potable water as major issues they want addressed immediately.
Public toilet, if you say, if you say, Bema, dear, who call a jam, baby, I'll bet me I could to public and you are bonting so. Then when man, so I knew Mokogotan, so Nakusha was in Ubusane, Ubi, and so Asia and Huni Hosa. And to public name, I remember our phone so to so a deca and Bumuno. Almost so much means so link or to go tasso any. And tonight you say, Omunio Crabum, Crampunan and none of your Penasuan and Suno, Ebianan and Nana Ninko. I yet dear Mamurano to toilet any idea who here title one say.
But Pamucho, Sanya as Sama, I can make you some Sanaka Yako, Aquache baby, I call toilet. And yet, me say, Bush na me call toilet. It's not some private or Bush or one Makun in your woba.
Incumbent Assembly members Daniel Ahiale and Valeria Bejabin of Railways and Itachim electoral areas respectively expressed optimism about retaining their positions.
One of the major problems a community middle belt for Adam say 18-seater water closet toilet. About 85%. As I say, near buying a baby no Ghana first for the bubu no I send a to middle bed for engineer and team to free and of best over do contract the man railway station electoral area 18 seater toilet. Na me adum omo ya edu 85%.
Emma sem da makuma so pa. We shall go parliament and me wo ho na esu a empo na ba assembly. Even assembly election na ye kwi. Ebisa assembly coordinator in the eastern region say madudu ahe na ekwa. Ye do 20. Bi ntia ye kwa election a emema no omunya resource chen ye ema no.
Now, over the past decades, women's presence in the local government environment in various offices do not reflect their proportion of the Ghanaian population. Currently, out of the 18,580 people who have filed to contest the 2023 district level elections, only 1,106, representing 6%, are females. Ahead of today's district level elections, GH1 News' Obed King Gaglo puts a spotlight on Dora Osei Boateng, who is seeking re-election as the Assemblywoman for the Mataiko electoral area in the Ablekuma Central constituency, and the need to endorse capable female contestants to bridge the yawning gender gap.
Meet Dora Osei Boateng, popularly known as Mama D, who is gearing up for a last lap of campaign with two of her unit committee members ahead of the 2023 district level elections. Dora is currently the Assemblywoman for the Mataiko electoral area in the Ablekuma Central constituency, and she is seeking re-elections. She is loved by many due to her passion for community service.
Mama D, minimum sir, why Juma Mataiko? Oba area mo ufa bebia street light Juma numere bebia ginaso ye park car so first na ka akronfo wie na ba sisi enam street light nti akronfo obi ama.
Over the past 4 years, residents here say Mama D has lobbied for several developmental initiatives, hence the need to retain her.
Why bridge ama Mataiko and I was not nkwala omon so no omo ni adwumaye no wa kire catering kwala omo wa kire omo nyina de nti sisi ade da wa ya ma nde nya obi a na beye nti ya da na ase so wa ma ebi mu so nya adwumaye e da na ase pa gatas nyina so wa ye amaye.
Although women form the greater population in Ghana, they are faced with significant barriers in the world of work and leadership due to social prejudices. But Dora says these setbacks will not deter her from fulfilling her ambitions.
Sometimes somebody will say, you are a woman, you have come for once. Why don't you stop it so that the men too will continue? Some people will continue. But as a woman, we have the passion for the community. Actually, I normally say that if you want to be assembly member, you have to be someone that you have a passion for your community, because they don't pay you. So if you don't have passion for your community, how do you go and stand as an assembly member?
Despite efforts being made to increase the participation of women in the decision-making process at the local government level, Ghana still has a long way to go to achieve gender parity. Out of the 18,580 people who have filed to contest the 2023 district level elections, only 1,106, representing 6%, are females. Back here at Mataiko, Dora says besides physical development challenges she faces in the area, one of her concerns is the reluctance of the youth to engage in handiworks, but she hopes to change their perception and train more youth within the area in vocational jobs.
My challenges more is about the youth. A lot of them don't work, and it's very, very difficult to convince them. Some of them, I find a job and give it to them, they will go for a while, then they will stop. But I know as we are talking to them, God will make a way. And some of the ladies too. And we are pleading to the government. Apart from my election, my problem, the biggest one is our streets.
For GH1 News, Obed King Gaglo.
Well, that's what we have for you for the GH Today news. My name is Nanama Aqua. For more news updates, click on starfm.com.gh. But now we are going to be moving straight over to the GH Today show with Lantam Papanko and Lily Mohammed. Lantam, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Nanama. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Do you have your voter's ID card?
I do.
You have your voter's ID card. Are you going to vote in the district level elections?
I'm sorry, repeat that, please.
Are you going to vote in the district level elections?
Today, I'll try my best. Yes, I know it's today, but I'll try my best to find some time.
The last time I asked you who your assembly member was, have you found out who your assembly member is? Do you know who you are going to vote for? I'm just going to go.
Today is a working day, so it makes things extremely difficult.
Yeah. Yes. But you still have to go. You still have to go to your polling station and go and cast your vote.
I'll do my best.
Yes, you should do that. Choose an assembly member and a unit committee member. It's very, very important.
It is. You're right.
Thank you very much, Nana Ama Aqua. Thank you for bringing us the GHToday news here on GH1 television. And it's great that you've decided to join us here on the show today. Thank you very much for choosing us and making us number one on your TV. Lily Mohammed.
Hi.
What's up?
Good morning.
What's happening?
I'm cool. It's good to be here.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
I know.
I was asking Nanama if she has her voter's ID card.
Oh, of course.
Do you have
I
yours?
do. Thing is, I always carry my voter card anywhere I go. So it's like you know what they call sombro? It's like a leech.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's always around.
It's always around.
Everywhere you go is in your
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I'm going to vote today. I don't even know who my assembly member is.
You don't know who your assembly member is, and you are going to vote for. Do you know who you are going to vote for?
When I get there, that's what I'll do. See, Holy Spirit. See. Then when the Holy Spirit directs me,
So I'll
be like Sanama.
You've not seen any of the assembly members doing campaigning?
I've seen their bills around, but I don't know who they are. But when I go there and I'm sure the Holy Spirit will direct me.
Depending on the Holy Spirit. You see, and this speaks to what we've been talking about with regard to the low interest in the district level elections,
absolutely.
Because it looks like that education is not really there and people are really not interested in the district level elections and all of that. People really seem not to care.
If you look...
even the assembly members themselves, when they are elected, do we see them? Are they visible? Are they doing the things that they are supposed to do on behalf of the people? Because they are the direct liaison between the people and the assembly to bring developments to them. So if the people, they are not seeing them, that is also one of the things that will happen.
Lantam, you asked a very critical question when I walked in. You asked me if I know my assembly member.
Yeah.
And that comes back to what we're talking about. They are not visible in the area. We don't even know who the assembly members are. We only see them when it's time to vote on them. And so why would I want to vote on somebody I cannot see? I cannot see visible in terms of works, in terms of visibility in the area. So it's difficult for people to know them, to feel their presence. And that's why people would rather queue to go and vote for the MPs and will not go and vote for the assembly members. Meanwhile, the assembly members are supposed to be doing the work.
That's true. Anyway, we'll talk a little bit about that today here on the show. Today is the district level elections, and so you can expect that we're going to make sure that we bring you all that you need in terms of knowing what to do. And make sure that today you are preparing to go to a police station where you vote, to go and cast your vote in the district level elections. But anyway, this is how we choose to welcome you to today's edition of GHToday here on GH1 television. And of course, like I mentioned, my name is Lantam Papanko, and I'm here with
Lily Mohammed. A very warm welcome to you once again. We are here from now through till 10 a.m. to serve you sizzling breakfast. It's a power-packed show, so you don't want to miss any part of it. This morning, we'll start off by motivating you. I know that the Hamilton season is here. It's pretty cold. You're struggling to wake up from your beds, but that is why we're here. We want to prep you up to go out there and make it, because you can.
The Hamilton season is doing wishy-washy. Because with Hamilton,
in one breath you feel warm, in another breath you feel very cold.
I don't know if it is Accra Hamilton. It's very hot. It's hot. Because Hamilton is characterized with, in the morning is cold, in the night is cold, and during the daytime you feel the haze and all of that.